Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and today we're going to have a bit of a special video. We're going to try and do an escape from the NCR Correctional Facility. This is going to be kind of a challenge video, and this was inspired by a comment from Little Dre, who was commenting on my Unexplored Mojave series, asking me to explore the NCR Correctional Facility. And his comment made me think of an idea, right? Prisons are supposed to keep people in. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little challenge where we have to escape the NCRF. Now, it would be easy enough, right? You could probably just jump out of a guard tower and call it good. Also, in my playthrough, I kind of blew up the fence during the quest, I Fought the Law. So, not such a good idea, but if we restart, and if we give an objective, it becomes more difficult. So for our objective, we have to kill the prison warden, or in this case, the leader of the powder gangers, Eddie. So we have to kill Eddie and then escape from the prison. And the idea here is the difficulty will be very hard, and we're going to be a level 1. So we have to find a way to kill Eddie and then escape the prison. So let's dive into it and see how this goes. And for this challenge, we need a new character, and I present to you Gulag Benny. Gulag Benny is the deranged, forgotten, and incompetent twin brother of Benny, obviously. He is an absolute beast of a man, but he has terrible luck, and he's not very bright. So this is going to be our new character for all kinds of fun and challenges within Fallout New Vegas. Of course, his special stats have to be pretty chaotic. We want him to have 0 luck because, just look at the man. He clearly missed out on the genetic lottery. And also, he's going to be very strong and have very high endurance. I figured that could help us out in a lot of challenges. But on the flip side, he's going to be very stupid and he's going to have no luck. I figured I can give him some charisma since his brother is Benny, like the coolest guy in the Mojave. And with that, our good friend Gulag Benny is ready to go. Just amazing. And after answering a few questions from Doc Mitchell, we're ready to begin this man's backstory. And his name is Gulag, so he's obviously a criminal, committing such crimes such as breaking into the Lucky 38 and stealing all of the toothpicks. And of course, let us not forget the Boulder City Siege. Benny decided to liberate Boulder City from the NCR by staging a one-man siege. Armed with a broken varmint rifle and a few bottle caps, he built a fortress in an abandoned building, and he yelled, "I am the king of the Boulder!" However, the NCR ignored him, and he was robbed by a wastelander. However, he still declared it a moral victory and vowed to retake his throne one day from that wastelander. And of course, he has to have ended up in the NCRF some way, somehow. So, the story behind that is he found a dead NCR trooper that had been dead for God knows how long, took the uniform, put it on, even though it was 2 sizes too small, very sexy, and he broke into Camp McCarran and tried to steal the Brahmin before he was stopped by the NCR troops and, arrested and then sent to the NCRF. So with that, I think we're ready to begin our journey with Gulag Benny. And after dropping all of our equipment, we can begin our journey towards the NCRF. We wanted to drop everything because we want to go in there with absolutely no items, no caps, nothing that could possibly help us in our escape. And we can begin our epic journey, and for whatever reason, the top part of Gulag Benny's head is missing. But personally, I think that just adds to his charm. What a loving character. Stupid, unlucky, but a hulking beast of a man. And we continue our pretty much uneventful journey towards the NCRF. Or mostly uneventful. Only a broken right leg, but hey, not a big deal. Now, something I forgot about the NCRF is the powder gangers actually charge you 100 caps to go inside. So, damn it. So we have to go back to Good Springs, pick up some of the stuff we dropped, and then sell it to the general store. This will get us 100 caps, and we can use that to get inside. Now, I did have some extra caps left over, but there's nothing really to buy inside the NCRF, and as soon as I get out, I hid my caps in a bag so I can no longer use them, because that would be a bit unfair. And with that, we can now begin our epic adventure as Gulag Benny. We give the caps to Dawes, who will now let us inside the NCR Correctional Facility. Now, of course, for the sake of this challenge, we cannot use the visitor center as the exit. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose. So we have to find another route to escape. So here you can see me switching the difficulty to very hard. And my first matter of business upon entering the courtyard was trying to find a place to escape from. And for planning my escape, it's pretty obvious just jumping out of a guard tower would probably be our best bet. Now, I just wanted to leave the NCRF. I could easily go in a guard tower and just jump out. Of course, you might take some fall damage, but at full health, you'll probably survive. So the added of this challenge is we have to kill Eddie, who is the leader of the Powder Gangers. Obviously, if we kill Eddie, which is in the center of the NCRF, all of the Powder Gangers are going to turn on us and try to kill us, which in turn will make escaping a lot harder. We just can't simply jump from the tower anymore and hope to survive. So we have to be a little bit more tactical about all of it. So my first matter of business was actually to see how tough these Powder Gangers are. And while this guy had trouble shooting me at close range, he is tough as nails. And he did a lot of damage when he actually shot me. And of course, when I jumped out, it killed me. But when I jumped out, I realized I could probably jump on the fence below me and then touch the ground just fine, minimizing any fall damage. So after this, I head into the prisoner's quarters in order to sleep for a while, healing my damaged limb from earlier. Then inside we found some grenade boxes and some other good items, so I closed the cell door because that totally hides me from the Powder Gangers, and I took me some frag grenades along with some armor, hoping I could use these frag grenades to kill Eddie. Now unfortunately, when I opened the armor case, I was detected, and of course the Powder Ganger came in and took everything that I stole from me. So after this, I took the other piece of Powder Ganger armor within the locker, and then I waited for a while for this Powder Ganger to sit down, and I came from behind, and I pickpocketed him in order to take one frag grenade, figuring this would be very useful in killing Eddie. And thankfully, we were able to get away with it. Then I started investigating all of the guard towers to figure out which would be the best one for my escape. And my initial plan was to use the guard tower to the southwest because there was no Powder Ganger station there. It was a straight shot also from the administration building where Eddie was held up, so it was pretty convenient. I just had to go straight, maybe go to the left and duck behind that building for some cover in order to escape, right? The key is making sure I have enough health to survive the jump. Sounds pretty easy, so let's put our plan in action. So I waited until nighttime thinking that a lot of the Powder Gangers might be sleeping, and then I went into Eddie's office and I just crouched, and this was a lot easier than I thought it was. I was hidden, I placed the frag grenade, and then it was live and easy peasy lemon squeezy. I ran away, I got an epic death animation, and I became vilified by the Powder Gangers. And then they all proceeded to shoot me as I exited. I didn't anticipate how difficult leaving this building would be, as there are a lot of Powder Gangers, and I lost half my health. So as soon as I exited, I immediately pulled up my Pip-Boy and used the only healing items I had, some Psycho and a Stim Pack, which I had looted from inside the NCRF. However, it was far too difficult to reach that one guard tower. I may have been able to make it on that attempt, however I got caught on those tires. In my next attempt, I tried the same exact path, but again, I was unable to make the run. This time there were explosions around me. These guys really do not like our boy, Gulag Benny. Whoa, just terrible what's happened to our poor boy. So yet again, we would try to escape, and I tried to go left again, thinking this was our best chance, but this time their marksmanship was just far too good. I never had a chance to make it. After this, I just thought we have to try something different. So instead I decided to try the guard tower that is behind me on the other side of the administration building. Now there was a Powder Ganger right in front of me, and he was able to deal a good amount of damage to me. But besides for him, there was no other guards, and I was able to make my way to the top of the tower. After that, I used a Stim Pack and some Psycho in order to get my health back, and I just jumped for it, and yeah, didn't survive. However, I knew I could probably make it if I decided to, instead of jumping to the ground, jumping on top of the fence first and then falling to the ground. So once again, this time I tried to avoid that powder ganger, which actually worked pretty well. He didn't deal quite as much damage to me as the first time. I got to the top, and this time, again, I used my lone healing items, and I jumped off onto the fence and then fell on the ground. Bada bing, bada boom, we did it. So after this, I wanted to get to a safe area. Of course, I saved, and I wanted to kind of get to the abandoned shack near Good Springs, and then I would call it good, right? That's a safe place, that we can live there, it's good. So then I was disguised as a powder ganger, and I killed myself. There are freaking powder mines all over this damn place. Who would have thought powder mines and powder ganger territory? Again, I tried to disarm it, and again, you know, I'm just a failure. Wow. Anyways, the second time, I, of course, failed again, but I was able to disarm the second one. And of course, disguised as a powder ganger, I came up and I slept in order to regain my health. However, I didn't regain any health, and I'm assuming it's because this is like enemy territory now, so you just can't regain health like that. But I did sleep until morning in order for it to be daytime, and then I stole some loot from these powder gangers. And then after that, I made my way to the Yangtze Memorial, where there was a duffel bag filled with all kinds of good loot. And then I also finally remembered to get rid of all of those bottle caps from earlier. Again, I didn't want any loot from earlier in case I continue with this character or make more videos. We don't want those extra bottle caps because our story is supposed to start in the NCRF. But of course, I can take anything else in the duffel bag, which I proceeded to do. And then finally, we made it to the abandoned shack, and I think it's challenge complete. We killed Eddie, or the prison warden, and then we were able to escape through all of the guards, or powder gangers. I think a pretty successful mission. And there we have it, the beginning of our tales with Gulag Benny. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this kind of style of video, doing more like challenge or let's play, let me know and we can keep making them. Also, if you guys have any recommendations for challenges you would like to see me attempt, please drop them in the comment section below. Any kind of challenge is okay if you want me to restart or do something from level 1 or continue with this character. That is, of course, good. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, until next time.